What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy NextGen720, and I am back with another video. Congratulations to Sony Santa Monica. Shout out to Kratos. God of War sells over 3.1 million units in 3 days, becoming the fastest selling PlayStation 4 exclusive, according to Sony. Now, this says a lot because, and again, it outsold Uncharted launch numbers. The first few days, few weeks, whatever. It's outsold Horizon Zero Dawn, Bloodborne, outperformed thus far. The Last of Us Remastered. And good for them. And again, this game has been rated, getting 10s from all these different websites. I haven't, but that was one guy I think gave it a 7 or whatever. I haven't seen any bad reviews. And again, when the game just comes on and just catches you, you know what I mean? It's one thing I said, Sony Santa Monica did an awesome job, because if you think about God of War, you think about it being a hack and slash, you know what I mean, action game. But still, the action is still there. But they was able to add a in-depth story to the game that keeps you wanting to go and on and on and on. Especially if you're a God of War fan and you want to see what gods he's going to face. You didn't know who the stranger or who was this guy. How do you, like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Right now I probably got about 5 hours in. I just met the witch. Second time she came back and got me from that portal, whatever you want to call it, with the black smoke. So now I'm going, like I said, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna play for like a couple hours before the multiplayer podcast. But anyway, let's check out some of the news. It says here that one of PlayStation's most iconic series is reaching new heights this week, thanks to all of our fans. God of War has become the fastest selling PlayStation 4 exclusive, with more than 3.1 million units sold globally in the first 3 days. They came between April 20th to April 22nd. They're counting, it's done already over 3.1 million in sales. Michael Patcher predicted the game was going to sell upwards to 10 million. It may outdo that. Let me say this right here, right? And I brought this up on my podcast on BGST, and not to make this a whole fanboy console war video, but when you look at the Xbox franchise, as far as exclusive wise, whether it's Halo, Gears, or even Forza, the only one that seemed to go up as far as recognition, prestige, and sales is the Forza series. But Halo and Gears, and I'm a huge Gears of War fan, are not the behemoths that they once were. And I give all credit to Sony Santa Monica, because again, their last outing was God of War Ascension. Didn't sell that well, wasn't received well critically, from the reviewers. I liked it, was okay with me. So they had to start from scratch, come up with something new. And again, you had the naysayers saying they didn't want to like his Kratos couldn't jump, and you got a kid with him, Daddy of War, I'm Daddy Daycare. Hey, all these, like, the game is great, awesome. And like I said, I hope Microsoft is paying attention. It's like sometimes you have to rebuild and restart a franchise to make it come back even better. I used to destroy and rebuild. And also too, hope Microsoft is paying attention, because if you look at one of the voids, the empty spaces that they have over there on the Xbox platform are one-player, story-driven games. I mean, they came out with Quantum Break, was dope, but they need more. You know what I mean? There's still a huge market in the lane for one-players, story-driven games that are done well. AAA games like Recore, Voodoo Vince, and again, I'm just being honest, those are single-player games, because someone came, well, Microsoft has a single-player game. What about Recore? It's not. We're talking about AAA games that are done well. Now, again, maybe Microsoft may not have the talent to make a game like, and again, they don't have to be a God of War game, but hey, they got the checkbook. Open the checkbook and make it happen. You know what I mean? Risk comes reward. And again, shout out to them. They was making this game. They said it was been in production for 5 years. They was already working on a project that was canceled, and they finished with it. Now, according to them also, that it may not be, they're not going to do any DLC, which I think is maybe a bummer. I don't know, but they're probably going to get right back into God of War, the sequel. We're probably going to get that at the start of the PlayStation 5 generation. Or maybe, because I think this generation is going to go on for like another 2 years, and maybe at the end of this generation. But it is. Well, let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is good news for Sony. Good news for gamers. It's a great, whether you're an Xbox guy, a Nintendo guy, even that, or PC guy. Shows that the gaming industry is growing, is thriving, and the more sales, the better. You know what I mean? Even like when games like Mario sell 15 whatever million. You know what I mean? I'm not a Mario guy, but still, it shows the growth in the industry. And again, I hope not even just Microsoft, I hope EA and Activision and Ubisoft. Well, Ubisoft makes one player, but just paying attention again that one player story-driven games are still valuable within the gaming community, or even in the industry, rather. But anyway, this is your boy Nick since December 20. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm going to get ready for the multiplayer podcast, but I'm out of here. Bang.